Hey, I'll let you know the story on this car. It took me, I really wish I could have had the nerve to show y'all, man. It's kind of stupid that I didn't show you the bodywork too. But this whole area right here, and this whole area right here, and this whole area right here, all this area, whole area right here, and right here, and right here had bodywork, and right here. And right here and here, and this is a new fender, and that's a new bumper cover over there. But my partner, he came and he said, "Okay, man, you think you know what you need to do?" I said, "Yeah." Well, he gives me the paint, and I put it in the cup, mix it up, and he thought we was under the understanding that we would just blend the paint, like put the base down over the prime spots and not paint the doors or nothing. Well, he comes back to the shop and I got the whole side of the car painted. He says, "Dude, I didn't want you to shoot the whole car like this." He says, "I was trying to show you how to blend paint." So anyway, I got one run. I don't know if you can even see it. It's not that big of a run. It's very faint. Very tiny run. But otherwise, that thing was good. Anyway, I gotta go, man. I'm just up here just for a second today. I got things I gotta do at the house. I gotta get my truck has a dead battery. I think I was. Well, fiddled around with the truck. Alternator charged just fine. Can't figure out what the heck was wrong with it, man. The only thing I can figure out is possibly this. When it rains, the belt is kind of worn on that thing, and I think that when it rains, that belt starts slipping. It was a little loose, and so it was slipping, and it wasn't charging. You know, because when we'd be going down the freeway, it happened at my daughter's graduation. And when we go down the freeway, the thing would quit charging. And then when we be at a red light, it would start charging. And so I'm thinking that the loose belt combination with the wet weather, it was spinning. It wasn't turning that alternator like it should. I don't know. Anyway, thank God I got a Honda now for my wife. She got the tags I put on it today. We did a little bit of running around. Came back up here at the shop a little bit. Left a couple of times, came back. But I don't know why I didn't show all this body work being done. I did the body work on this thing, man. I'm proud of myself for doing it, man. It's just one of those things where, you know, let me sit down here and tell you. The dent was just a little bit right here and here starting out, okay? But when a car gets hit and it dents here and it here, all this area up in here, I was chasing dents. I chased all the dents all the way back to here. And I had to go ahead and I had to fix the, you know, I had to, you know, sand this down and put some glaze on the fender right here. I had to fix this, and this is a spot like this. And I'm learning that, you know, you just can't put a little bit of Bondo on a little bit of spot, you know. I had to learn about high spots. So then when I start, you know, taking a paint stick and then taking a body hammer and tapping down my high spots, it was putting ripples in the rest of the stuff up here. All this area up here. You know, the dents were down here, and then it started rippling up here. So I had to, you know, I should have just turned the camera on, but, you know, I was getting frustrated and embarrassment, and I was just frustrated, you know. I thought about shooting a couple of videos of it, but I just said, to hell with it, man. Just put down the camera and focus, you know. And I did it, man, and I couldn't believe that it turned out flawless. There is one flaw in the whole thing, and that is right here. You see how the body line is strong? I had to recreate this whole body line right here. And the way I did it was with tape. One of the other guys that works up here that gets paid to work every day here, I just show up here and there, you know. I'm like a student, you know. He showed me how to create a body line with using masking tape. And so I would put the tape up here to keep my body line strong. Well, I got down to here, and it just fades out just a little bit. And so the thing ain't perfect, you know, but it's perfect enough for me. But that, and he was supposed to show me how to blend, and I didn't understand what he wanted. You know, like I said, he knows English a lot. I mean, I know English a lot, and he knows Spanish, and we just point and, you know, mucho bueno, no bueno, you know, okay, do it for you, okay, you do it here, all right, you know, point and peck and choppy, you know, choppy language. But I painted the whole thing, the whole side, doors and all, man. He said, man, I was trying to show you how to blend some paint. And I guess maybe I'll learn the next time we have an opportunity to blend paint, you know. But I watch him a lot. I already know how to blend it now. I mean, you just kind of, you put the fan wide open on the gun, and you leave it on, you know, I mean, just wide as it'll go, and you fog it, you know, and you don't draw it. You kind of like ease off on the juice that's coming out of the end of the tip, you know. Yeah, I don't like adjusting that tip to where it's solid. I pull it all the way out to where I can control the amount of paint that comes through that gun with my fingers. So I got control of it. I don't have a stopping point. That's just something I had to learn, I guess. At first, when I first started painting, I used to use that button, the knob on there, to lock in how much paint would come out of the end of it. But then I got used to doing, you know, how far. You know, it's just all feeling out the gun that you're using. And I'm glad that I did it, and I'm glad I got the experience of it. And it took me 3 hours this day, 3 hours this day, and 3 hours this day. It took 3 whole days for me to do all that work, and it's only supposed to take somebody maybe 5 or 6 hours to do that. It's not supposed to take that long, but for somebody that's learning, it was a perfect opportunity, because the boss, he was busy and away, you know, from the shop because of the funeral that he had to go to, and because of his daughter, God rest her soul. So he was taking care of his family, and they gave me the opportunity to sit down and take as much time as I needed to learn something, you know. You know, my buddy, he'll get to watching me, and he'll go, no, just leave it like there, and I'll fix it. And I actually looked at a dent one time that I did. It was just a little ding, and I put some Bondo on it and started sanding it down. I said, is it good? He said, no. He said, let me finish it. And I had like 3 of them on the top of the hood there. And he says, no, let me finish it. And I said, okay. And I watched him, and he actually, I swear, Scout's honor, he took the sanding block and went about 3 times on each dent and said, okay, it's good. And I'm like, damn, is that all? And you couldn't let me just do that? And he goes, no, I didn't want you to push too hard and take too much off. I said, well, how the hell am I going to learn anything if you keep finishing it for me? I got to finish myself. And so he just doesn't want to waste more time. You know, these cars have got to get out of here. We're backed up, man. It's having a hard time with employees. Some of the employees, they're just, one of them, he does good for a little while, and then one day he won't show up. And it's like, I'm not even going to get into that, you know. It's just one of those things, you know. So we're backed up. So when I'm trying to, in the middle of it, learn something, sometimes he don't have time to go through it all the way to the end with me and let me do all of it, every bit of it. But he's a nice enough guy to let me come in here and practice, and I really appreciate that, because I'm learning things and just waiting for the moment to when I pull my truck up in here and start working on it, or the LTD. Update on the LTD, I think I might have mentioned it in one of the videos before. I talked to Noe the other day. He says, man, don't sweat that motor, man. We're going to get it in there for you. He says, where are you going to use that transmission that's in there? And I said, really? He says, yeah, I can do anything. I can put any motor in any car that you want, period. And I said, okay. So I'm not worried about that. It's just finding the time and waiting for the moment and putting getting some experience underneath my belt, you know, finding out about different kinds of paints, the way things work, how to cheat, how to cut corners, when you can cut corners, and what not to do, and all this other stuff. I want to know all that. I'm just interested in it, and I'm so blessed to be able to have the opportunity to come up here and leave and go as I please. With it's a perfect situation for me here, you know. So I'm gonna start directing these videos more towards me instead of the car itself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would like to follow a car through personally and see it to the start to finish, but it's like one of them things where I'm not here all the time. I really wish I could, and I really wished I would have not been a dumbass and shot the body work on this thing. And I could kick myself in the ass for it, but I was just so scared that being insecure on my channel for this little while, you know, here lately I've just been so insecure and ticked off and at myself, and just a lot of things going on, saying I don't know what to say about it, but it's getting better, and I'm just gonna be myself. And if anybody out there wants to leave their own opinions, I'm gonna stop taking all the comments that everybody makes on this channel so damn personal, you know. They got their opinion, oh well, you know, big deal, just let it roll off your back like water, you know. But sometimes it's just, I'm the kind of guy, here's my problem, I try to please each and everybody that I meet in life to the fullest and to the extreme, and that's my problem. And if somebody disagrees with me, I'll take it personal, and I might change the way I'm doing something, or it starts turning gears in my head, and I just go nuts, and it bugs the hell out of me to where I just start closing down emotionally, and I get to where I'm not happy no more, and I get to where I don't even shoot videos no more, and I don't want to ever leave y'all. I really don't, man. There's a lot more good on this channel that I went through with y'all, and keeping myself straight than there has been. You know, I don't know. It's kind of half and half, you know. But I just got a lot of learning to do, you know. I got to understand that, you know, each and everybody in this world, you're always going to have to deal with somebody's different point of view of the way of looking at things. And if they try to point something out to you and you don't agree with it, then don't kill yourself over it. Just, oh well, if you don't agree with it, just move on. You know what I'm saying? And I'll get off here and let this video go. I've only been up here for off and on just through the day, but we're trying to get this damn thing back together in one piece, so they can move on to the next one, you know. Man, I just wish my foot would quit bugging me so damn much. Man, I hate it. It's still got a few more pieces to put on it. We gotta put the fender liners on it. I'm not too what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not too crazy about all these new cars that got all this plastic crap on it. I hate it. The Tupperware cars is what I call them. You know? I like old school crap. Hard metal, hard steel, hard dashes, and, you know, all this crap that they got on here. Plastic door handles. This ain't even real chrome metal anymore. It's plastic. Every damn bit of it is plastic to the extreme. And I'm not familiar with the way that crap goes on or snaps together. All these tabs and crap. I'm blacked out. All these tabs and these little, what the hell are they, man? Let me show you something, man. You know what I'm talking about. These things right here, they frustrate the hell out of me. Why the hell would anybody want to come up with a system like this, man? You use them one time, you pop them off. This one is a certain kind of clip that you got to pull the center out and then remove it. But the problem is you stick a little screwdriver in that little thing right there and you go to pop the middle out on half of these things, they break off anyway. And then you got to fight and fidget with them, and oh God, man, why don't I just don't know why the world has to go plastic like this. Why can't they just stick to old school screws and nuts and bolts, man? And learning to deal with that. I don't think I want to do body work for a living on this crap, you know? It's just one of them things where I just want to learn how to paint stuff, and I want to learn how to do body work. All this putting together crap, I just ain't savvy with that, man. It frustrates the hell out of me, and I'll end up, and I just tell them, hey man, hope you don't mind, man, my foot's killing me. I don't know if it's a combination between the foot killing me and me just losing my patience with this plastic bumper crap. You know, sanding on this crap here, you can't hardly mash on it at all. You gotta sit there and little bitty tiny strokes. You can't push hard on it, or it'll just leave waves off in it. It's a whole different ball game with the new stuff. The old steel that I'm used to working on, like my C10 truck or my LTD or the square box Chevy that's over here, that's the kind of shit that I like working on. I don't like working on all this. You thump the body and it goes. It's a pop can material. Anyway, I'll get off here and I'll let it go. But I guess you got to take the good with the bad. If you're gonna learn how to do it, you know, you might as well get your hands familiar with what the day in this day and age is. But my objective here is not. I do not want to start. I don't know. I'm stuck. I'm caught in the middle. You know, my wife drives around this Honda that I just got her. I'm gonna have to learn sooner or later to fix my own crap, because that's what she wants. She don't want to drive around something that don't have power steering, and it's a workout every time she has to get in it to go somewhere. And she says, I love your truck, I really do, sweetie. She says, but you got to get me in something that's got some air conditioning. She says, by the time I get to work, my makeup's starting to run and it's starting to melt on my face. And she says, I really like, Louise, your truck, I really do, but I do not want that for an everyday driver. It sucks my wallet down with the gas and everything else, and it's just, I just want to relax in my own car. So, you know, I went ahead and I got her that Honda, and it was cheap. I think I paid $400 or $500 for it. It wasn't that much. Straight body. It was a one-owner car, and it was kept in a garage, and they kept up with the maintenance. And that thing, I think, will run forever. I did change the timing belt on it. I changed the water pump on it, and I didn't want to mess with it. I didn't want to learn how to mess with it. I paid somebody $100 to do all three things: water pump, timing belt, and the rubber band motor. That's what I'm calling it, a rubber band motor. Replaced the rubber band on it, and then the harmonic balancer I replaced on it, and I did it all at once. He charged me $100, and I was done with it, man. Hey, that's great. I like that. I'd rather come in here and mask off about 4 or 5, 6 cars and leave me with some change, and then go pay somebody else to deal with the headache and the hassle of doing all that. But anyway, I'll get off here and I'll let y'all go, and I'm gonna go home. I don't feel like messing with this pop together, snap together body no more. We've had a couple of pieces like fender liners and stuff that needs to be put on. I just don't feel like messing with them, man. I'm gonna wait for somebody to show up tomorrow and he can mess with it, and then maybe I'll learn something else. Come up here when something else gets interesting or starts to interest me. But look at this. I'll show you this. That's my style there. That's my style. You want me to tell you why that's up here? You're not going to believe it. The guy come up here and he wants us to put a set of bull horns on the front of it. I asked him, I said, by chance, do you have any extra horns? He said, yeah. He gave me an extra set of horns. They're smaller than the ones that are going to go on that one. That one's going from one end to the other on the whole front end. He gave me a little bit smaller horns. He says, just put your piece in the middle. He says, why, you going to put one on your truck? I said, yeah, I'm going to put some horns on my C10 truck. And he brought me some. I don't know if I'm going to put them on there or not. Or maybe just put them on there for a little bit just to get the giggles out of everybody. Get some attention. Anyway, I'll see y'all later, man. Limster out.